you're back. Thanks for joining me. This is my second YouTube video. And shout out to all the YouTubers out there. This is hard. Everything you got to do and get ready for before you push play. This is not for the faint of heart. I'm back in school, y'all. But anyway, let's get started. My name is Alicia, and I created this channel because I wanted to talk about all things health and healing. And I wanted to take you on my journey on how I started completely over and was able to eliminate 95% of my prescribed medication for eczema, Crohn's disease, and hidradenitis suppurativa. So I hope you join me. And if you haven't already, like, subscribe, hit the share button, and make sure you share it with someone who can definitely benefit from this channel. Check out my first video and let me know what you think. Okay, get you a paper and a pen or a tablet or anything you need to jot down these notes, because I am about to give you my 5-step blueprint to jumpstart your remission, and how food played a major role in getting me to remission for all 3 of my diagnoses: my eczema, my Crohn's disease, and my hidradenitis suppurativa. Okay, you got your paper and your pen? You got everything set? Okay, good. You got a diagnosis. You just got a diagnosis. You know something is wrong. You want to get a head start on going into the doctor. Whatever it might be, double check the diagnosis. That's step number 1. You're like, girl, okay. No. Did you know that over 12 million people, Americans, per year are misdiagnosed? That's not including abroad. That's 12 million Americans every single year are misdiagnosed. Listen, if you've gone to the doctor and you've got a diagnosis from the physician, great. Double check. Triple check that diagnosis. I triple checked my diagnosis. I could not believe that I had Crohn's disease. I don't recall any of my family having such a, intestinal problem or digestive issues, or anything that was related or specifically related to Crohn's disease. So I had to make sure I got a second and third opinion, and colonoscopies, biopsies, endoscopies, all of those said, hey, sis, you got Crohn's disease. Okay. And so I want you to make sure your diagnosis is correct. That's step 1. Step 2, educate yourself. Please. If you just got a diagnosis, do not be reliant on the physician to tell you what that disease or that diagnosis is. Educate yourself. It is so important, especially if you want to go the natural healing route. And even if you don't, educate yourself on what it is that you have, and educate yourself on the medication. I made the mistake of not fully educating myself on Crohn's disease and the skin condition of hidradenitis suppurativa. First of all, back in 2008, when I was diagnosed with Crohn's disease, they really didn't have a lot of research. As a matter of fact, they're still researching Crohn's disease. And so when they offered me the medication Humira, I mean, it was already to a point where it was unbearable for me to live. I was bedridden. I mean, if you know anything about Crohn's disease, it is chronic pain when you're in a flare up. And so what Humira did was heighten a skin condition that I didn't even know I had, which was hidradenitis suppurativa. Humira was absolutely too strong for my Crohn's. And it's weird because my Crohn's was chronic, but the Humira was too strong. So I just say all of that, and you can research my disease and the medication, and if especially if you have that. But I said all of that to say, step 2, educate yourself on the diagnosis and educate yourself on the medication that they want to prescribe to you. You don't have to take it. They suggest it, and they give you studies on how it works. But you and me both know that all those symptoms and side effects that come with a certain prescribed medication, sometimes it's just not worth that risk. Okay, number 3, get you a dietitian. I know, but a dietitian is important, especially if you are dealing with diagnosis such as myself. I really believe that gut health is so important and is the central point for all diseases. Okay. And I believe if you get you a dietitian, he or she can kind of kickstart your journey into how food can help your healing process naturally, right? And so, yes, we can get prescribed medication to help us with the pain and the inflammation and the agitation, but food saved my life. Food played a major role in my natural healing. It really did. It, in fact, and this is a big thing for me. It eliminated 95% of the medication that was prescribed to me by my physician. It did. And so start with that dietitian so that they can lay out a food plan for you. I mean, diabetes, right? Eczema, right? Acne. A dietitian can help you jumpstart your food journey. Get you a dietitian, sis and sir. It's important. Number 4, detox. Detox the gut. Oh, I do this semi-annually. It just makes me feel so good. I mean, a good detox will have you feeling like you're disease free after 3 to 7 days. And it really can kickstart remission and clear up acne and diabetes. I mean, a good detox is so good for your gut. There are so many signs of an unhealthy gut. You have weight gain, you have fatigue, you have skin conditions, as acne, you have autoimmune diseases like myself, constipation. It's a whole lot of signs for an unhealthy gut. And you can do this one simple thing to help get you started. Get you a good detox. As a matter of fact, I'm going to drop my 3-day detox that I do twice a year to make sure I'm constantly restarting my health and getting rid of those toxins that might be built up. Because yes, we all can accumulate toxins and waste and all these things that can cause acne and fatigue and weight gain and all these other things. So a good detox is so important, and it will definitely jumpstart remission or keep you in remission if you're doing this quite often, especially if you're like me sometimes, who fall short, decide, hey, I'm eating this, okay, I know what it will probably do to me later, but I'm eating this today, okay. Make sure you have a fallback plan and you're detoxing. But as we know, we can't abuse things. So I do it twice a year. Do it at your discretion, but I'll definitely drop that 3-day detox, Dr. Sabia approved, and down below, and so you can use that to detox your gut. Last but not least, number 5, and it's a 2-for-1: planning and journaling. So I have a planner that has notes for me to journal as well. Or you can get 2 separate ones, however you want. But planning the week is so important. I've had weeks where I didn't plan my food choices, and that it was regrettable. Plan your week. Find out, from your dietitian, first of all, what foods you should be staying away from, what foods you should be adding to your diet, and plan out your week. Make sure that you have a plan of attack. It's so important. We have to stay consistent, and we have to discipline our bodies before we can get to the point of, okay, this works, that works. Okay, I can't do this, I can't do that. And journaling, it just helps me along my journey. Having a bad day, writing it down. And it's kind of cool because you look back on it later on and you're like, dang, I was at a real low moment, or I had a good day that day. And you can also combine it, food journaling, because food journaling really switched the game up for me. And I was able to say, oh, this caused a reaction for me today. Okay, I can't eat that. Or this made me feel really good. So definitely with all of these tips, they collaborate with each other. So you need your physician, you need your dietitian, but most of all, you need you to be proactive in your life. Did that help? I hope that was of good substance. So number 1, know your diagnosis, right? Number 2, educate yourself. It's the most important thing you can do. Educate yourself on what it is that the physician is saying that you have. Number 3, get you a dietitian. She or he will lay down the blueprint for what your body needs as far as nutrition and food is concerned, because we know food is the food is a major part of our healing. Clean your gut. So a good detox. A good detox is important. I'll provide a PDF or a link below so you can check out what detox I use. Number 5, journaling and planning, both combined, is a life changer as well. It'll hold yourself accountable. You will definitely look back and say, wow, I've progressed. I'm past that point. Or, okay, this is what was bothering me. Take it into the doctor's office and say, hey, I remember that this food or this thing bothered me. Or I remember when I was stressed out this day, it really heightened my flare-ups. Sis, sir, you do not have to wait for the doctor to give you that diagnosis and to put you on all that medication and hook you up on the machines and tell you to stop doing this and that for you to jumpstart your health. You can do it yourself. It's super hard, but it takes consistency and discipline, just like any other thing. I wish somebody had have told me. I wish I had have did my homework before. I wish I've had have took some steps before I, just released myself to the doctors and just, fell for all these things. I'm not saying that the medication doesn't help. I'm not a physician. I'm not a health guru. I'm just simply saying we can be proactive in our own health.